Works for You everywhere. The latest breaking news and your 2 Works for You weather. Streaming live and 24/7. Download the 2 Works for You app on your favorite streaming device. 2 Works for You starts now.
It is a dreary start to our Monday morning, but I promise it will get better this afternoon. We'll talk about also the chances for storms straight ahead.
Public schools are closed, but for many students, that was their way to eat. How Union Public Schools is finding a way to feed students, even though school is not in session.
And the warning the city of Tulsa is issuing as thousands across the country return home from spring break.
You're watching 2 Works for You today.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Thanks for getting your day started right here with us. I'm Corey Duke. Travis at home this morning working for you. So let's get started with meteorologist Clint Boone, who's tracking some storms for us.
Now, your 2 Works for You first forecast, sponsored by Executive Homes.
And good Monday morning to you. A lot of low clouds out there this morning, even a little bit of patchy, dense fog. But this afternoon, looks like the forecast will be improving for us as we take a look outside. 71st and 169. Roadways a little bit damp from some of that drizzle we had late last night. 52 in town. Some of the outlying areas, Tahlequah 46, 54 this morning in McAllister. There's a look at the visibilities. Lowest back towards Stillwater, about a 1/4 of a mile. About a mile heading back toward the Ponca City area. Bartlesville, about a mile visibility. So keep that in mind heading out the door. So clouds this morning, lunchtime, we start to see some peaks of sun, upper 50s. Should be a nice afternoon with high temperatures climbing into the upper 60s. Now, we do have some storm chances overnight. We'll talk about which areas may see the best chance and talk about some much warmer weather, too, this week, all coming up about 6:15.
Well, right now, we're continuing to follow the latest on the coronavirus after a second person in Oklahoma died from the disease. Health officials tell us the latest victim is a man in his 50s from Pawnee County. Right now, 67 people have been diagnosed with the virus in Oklahoma, with cases being reported in 16 counties, including the 6 here in Tulsa County. 669 people have tested negative so far, while 102 cases are under investigation. The state health department tells us the age group being hit the hardest are those from 18 to 49 years old. And Governor Kevin Stitt is updating Oklahoma on coronavirus efforts as Oklahoma is setting up 4 mobile testing sites. They'll be in Tulsa County, Ponca City, Oklahoma City, and McAllister. The governor is also expanding testing capabilities by using OU and OSU labs. OSU should be able to conduct 2,000 tests per day with results within 24 hours. Governor Stitt also says Oklahoma is working to help those who are unemployed.
Unemployment claims we're tracking very, very closely. We have seen a huge spike in unemployment claims, almost double what we saw last week every single day. And my heart is breaking for the Oklahomans who are struggling, who have lost their jobs due to no fault of their own through this crisis.
The governor is helping Oklahomans by waiving the waiting period to get unemployment benefits, and he also pushed back the tax filing deadlines. Meanwhile, Muskogee County announcing its first case of coronavirus over the weekend. Right now, the person is in self-quarantine. Health officials are investigating to see who the person may have come in contact with and when. It's not clear if this case is travel-related or community spread. Officials say the patient has not been in contact with any first responders. They also say they expect cases to rise in Muskogee County as more test results come in. And happening today, city leaders in Bixby will discuss further steps for how businesses should operate as the coronavirus continues to spread. Last week, we told you how local restaurants are still allowed to stay open in Bixby, even though several cities, including Tulsa, are requiring restaurants to use drive-through and takeout options only. Right now, Bixby is encouraging its businesses to do the same, but it is not mandatory. Gyms and exercise facilities in Bixby can also stay open, but the city recommends they discontinue all group activities. Now, city leaders say they plan to revisit this topic at a meeting later tonight. Meanwhile, the city of Skiatook is declaring a state of emergency. All permits for public or private events on city streets, facilities, or parks are revoked. All in-person, social, spiritual, and recreational gatherings of more than 10 people are prohibited. And restaurants now closed for dine-in and limited to curbside or drive-through only. Movie